Let's talk about GMOs, or genetically modified organisms. They've been in our food system for the past couple of decades, but now some countries have banned them. Some states here in the U.S. are demanding national labeling to identify these foods that contain GMOs. So registered dietitian Allie Miller with Naturally Nourished is here to kind of talk about the facts and maybe some of the myths. And first things first, Allie, what exactly is GMO? Because we may have seen some of the labels or GMO itself.
Sure. So GMO, a genetically modified organism, is inserting a gene or genetic material from one species to another. So what's really concerning about this is we can take a gene, for instance, from a fish that can swim in cold waters and insert that into a strawberry, so the strawberries can be transported in cooler trucks without freezing. In theory, that sounds like a good thing. You get your fresh fruit. But for people that have seafood allergy or shellfish allergy, there could be a strong contamination concern because we're taking a completely different type of species and putting it into your strawberry. So who would think that they should be concerned about something like a fish?
And you would never know because there isn't any labeling. So with that, how are we able to identify GMO or whether or not it's in the product?
Well, another really strong concern is the BT ready or Roundup ready corn. So we do GMOs for either a desired trait. So some desired traits are to be resistant to pesticides and herbicides. With something like that, like the GMO Roundup ready corn, this is 90% of the corn that's grown in America or more so. And so we're seeing that it's allowing increased 10, 20, 30 times of application of sprays of pesticides. So we do know that pesticides have shown issues with increase in diabetes, cancer, autism, miscarriage. And so we're getting higher toxicity because of some of these genetically modified compounds.
Okay, so I'm a little concerned because I went to the grocery store the other day and this was the first thing that I went after. Okay. So what do I need to look at the minute I get home?
So like I said, 90% about of corn is going to be genetically modified. And the concern with that is that there's a spray and a spread of these seeds. So even the organic corn is questionable at these times. But so if you're looking for a corn product, you'd want to look at like a blue corn, something more heirloom, not your traditional yellow corn. Also soy. So we have our salad dressings that have soybean oil, or even our chocolate bar, unfortunately, which has soy lecithin. 93% plus of soy is genetically modified now, and so it's also something we want to watch for.
So if you're a chocolate lover, again, I'm talking to myself.
Yes.
And you really like it, you know, how can you avoid, or what candy bar would I buy?
We're huge fans at Naturally Nourished with the raw cacao powder, which is just 100% cacao, and then you can use that to make products with that cocoa richness, still getting those antioxidants, or an organic chocolate bar. Organic cannot have genetically modified compounds, and there's also chocolate bar companies that don't use soy at all.
Okay.
Wheat is another highly genetically modified crop, and canola. Canola oil is really stripped and refined, and the oil product itself can even be bleached to be cleaned. So we really watch out of this contamination and look to support our body with natural foods and detoxification.
So the other thing, Allie, is I've met a lot of parents who have kids with these allergies, whether it's peanut allergies, whatever the case may be. I mean, what do kids need to be aware of, or what do parents need to be aware of when they go to the grocery store?
Sure, and that's one of the most concerning things. Actually, the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, saw a 50% rise in child allergies with soy because most of them are now genetically modified, and so it's a different type of crop. So we're getting a lot of gut irritation, and food sensitivity and allergy in general is on the rise because of the increase of GMOs. So buying organic, like looking for some of these products here, this is a really great company where they'll state on the front, no GMO or GMO free, and you know, they have products where it's the ingredients that you can see and pronounce. So we see the oats, we know the nuts and seeds. There's not a lot of hidden binders and fillers. Heirloom tomatoes and heirloom products that look a little irregular is a good thing too. You know, we're so used to those shiny apples that all
that's
look
the first thing I look for is the red, the brightness. But
so something that's a little misshapen is a good thing. You know, that's going to be more organic, more natural. It's not been modified.
All right. Well, Allie, thanks so much for coming in. Really appreciate it. I guess I'm going to have to go dump these now.